Hello, buddy, it's Jeb here, and welcome to That Comic Show, episode 8. And today I'm only going to be doing one part of that comic show, which is the usual segment, what I'm reading, and recommendations of the week, because I have a couple recommendations this week. If you don't know what I do during this segment, the reason I'm doing one part is because I just got to get this video out of the way, and I want to do it on the regular schedule, which is either on Wednesday or Thursday, and I couldn't do it yesterday, so today's Thursday, and I got to get this episode out. So I'm just going to do this one part, and if you don't know what this segment includes, I go through and show you guys the books I read over the past week, and then I give you my recommendation or recommendations out of them, and then I show you the books I have in my reading bag to read over the next little bit, if not to read over the next week, which a lot of them are still the same as before. Actually, 9 of these books are the same as before, but I added some books in out of the books I just got from Christmas. So yeah, and actually a couple of these are books I got from Christmas too, so yeah. Anyway, I'm going to get right into the books. These books which I have read over the past week, and show you. It's actually not been a week because I did the last week's episode on Friday because I was so busy last week. So it's been actually 6 days. But I'm going to show you the books I have read. I read my first issue of the All-Star Squadron, which is issue 16. I finally gave that a try, and it was decent. It was alright. It was kind of slow and hard to read, but whatever, just kind of boring. But then I also read only, sadly, one issue of Star Wars Empire this past week, because I'll be reading much Star Wars Empire, Star Wars in general over the next while, because I feel like I'm going to be reading my Christmas books more than anything, but I might try to finish those 9 issues that were in here that aren't new books to get them out of the way. But yeah, I only read the one issue. This was the final part / second part of the story that started General in quotes Skywalker. So that was a 2-part story, and this was the second part. So that was nice to read, and it was a really good story. So yeah. Then I read two issues, the first 2 issues, the first 2 parts of the first Frankencastle. Of the first 2 issues of the 3rd arc on the Punisher series, which is the introduction of Frankencastle. I forget what the story's called, but it includes some Monster Metropolis and stuff. So we have Punisher issue number 11 and Punisher issue number 12. 11 was kind of It was but I thought 12 was a lot better, and 12 really kind of got me interested in this whole Frankencastle fan. I mean, 11 was good. It was a nice introduction. Like, the beginning was good and stuff, but 12 I thought was quite a bit better, because it answered some questions and stuff, so yeah. Then the last 2 issues I read over the past week, and I actually just read today. Like, I read these books within like the past hour and a half or so, and that is The Walking Dead issue number 160, which is the Whisper War part 4 of 6, and also the Art Adams Rick variants. And then I read The Walking Dead issue number 161, part 5 of 6, which is the Art Adams, Carl and Lydia variants. So, yes, I read both of these, and actually they're connecting covers, which you can see here. They connect. So that's nice. Yeah, these are the first 2 books that I had out to read for the books I got for Christmas. Actually, technically that's not even true, because where are they here? Over here. Well, actually, it is. It is true, but I mean, the first book I had on the pile was this variant, was the Art Adams Jesus variant for The Walking Dead issue number 158. But since I've already read that issue, I didn't want to read it again, and I just didn't read it again. I just got it for the cover anyway, since it's a connecting cover and all, and it was the only Art Adams variant for the Whisper War I didn't have so far. So yeah, I got that. So technically I've read that already, so you could kind of consider it in there. And then I also am not going to read Deadpool Annual number 1. And this also saves me from opening up these comics, so I'm probably going to try to avoid definitely opening up this Deadpool annual variant probably, but also the this Walking Dead variant too. Probably I'll try to avoid opening. I don't know. I mean, probably would have been good for me to get the regular covers on these Whisper War issues so I could open those up, but I've already opened up all the other items variants, so it won't matter if I open up this one or not. But yeah, so yeah, I won't be reading these two issues / haven't read these two issues, so because I already read Deadpool Annual, of course, and I already read this issue of Walking Dead, so yeah, I can just put those away now, probably. But yeah, so I'm gonna get into my recommendations of the week because I have two recommendations. Of course, I'm gonna recommend these two issues of Walking Dead. Because they were freaking awesome and they really got me. All the issues of the Whisper War arc have been great, but these two issues were really well. They were. I'm not gonna say the best because the issue 159 was just fantastic. Rest in peace, Lucille, and all that. But the whole arc has been great. And then my other recommendation of the week is the second part of the General Skywalker storyline, Star Wars Empire number 27. That clone trooper that helps Luke is just the whole story, the two-part story was just pretty good. And I just wanted to recommend that. And I like the cover too. But yeah, so Star Wars Empire number 27 and The Walking Dead issue number 160 and 161 are my recommendations of the week. Of course, these books were decent to good too, but they're not as good as these ones to get a recommendation. So yeah, I'm gonna put those back, and I don't think I'm gonna do an episode of ranked for my Christmas book for my Christmas books because that would just be too much. So I might just put all the books I have out that I've read it tonight away, and I only bagged up 12 books last night with these bags and boards I have down here. So I still have 88 bags and boards, so I can bag it and board or rebag and board 88 more books. So yeah, I'm gonna get out the books now that I have in my reading bag to read soon / over the next week, hopefully, if I can read this many books over the next week, because I would have had 9 in there before 6, so I have 15 books in here if I'm counting right. Don't want to drop my phone again like it did in a couple weeks ago or a few weeks ago when I did one of these episodes. So yeah, I have 2 more issues of All-Star Squadron to read, which are issue number 33 and issue number 37. So yes, 2 more issues. Hopefully they're at least as good as this issue, but I'm hoping they're better because I kind of didn't like that issue part of me, but at the same time it wasn't that bad. But these ones do look more interesting anyway. This is the issue I was kind of not excited to read, so yeah. Then I have the last 4 issues that I have so far of this series of Punisher that started in 2009, which is Punisher issue number 13, Punisher issue number 14, Punisher issue number 15, and Punisher issue number 16. Then I'm going to have to try to find the rest of these issues because I think I am going to continue the series, though you never know, the series might take a dip in these 4 issues and I might not be as quick to try to pick the series up as I am right now. Then I have 3 more issues of Star Wars Empire to read, which is Star Wars Empire issue number 28, Star Wars Empire issue number 29, the first part of In the Shadows of Their Fathers. And I don't have Star Wars Empire number 30, but I do have Star Wars Empire number 31, which I think would be part 3 of the In the Shadows of Their Fathers storyline, part 3 of 5. So yeah, can't wait to read these also because Star Wars Empire has been an incredible series. So I love reading these books, and I have so many Star Wars books to read that I just kind of want to read quite a few of them so I can get moving on, because there are some other Star Wars series, especially Knights of the Old Republic, that I'm really excited to try out. So yeah, though this already I can kind of tell is going to be one of my favorite series, if not maybe my favorite series of all the Star Wars books I have. So yeah. But then again, you never know, I might be surprised, so, and I hope I am. That would be nice. Then I have 6 more books here to show you guys. It might look like more than 6, but one of them's a really thick book. And these are the next books I have to read. These are the next 6 books I have to read out of my Christmas books, out of that big stack of 47 books. And actually, I don't know when I'm gonna read. Let me drag them out here. I don't know. Sorry, they're underneath my bed here. I gotta drag them out. I don't know when I don't know if I'm gonna reread these two Hunger Games books. Probably not until I get the first Hunger Games. So I got Catching Fire and Mockingjay, and then I don't know when I'm gonna read The Girl on the Train. But I also don't know when I'm gonna read Justice League and Civil War. But I will tell you guys when I do Justice League Volume 1 and the whole Civil War story. I'll tell you guys when I do. These will be included on that comic show, so you guys will already know I plan on reading them if they're in my reading bag, or maybe I'll just end up reading them without putting them in my reading bag, and then you guys will know when I finish. Or maybe I'll start reading my reading bag and throw it in. Sorry for getting cut off. Like I was saying, it doesn't say. I was saying how I don't think this is the end of the Patient Zero story because it doesn't show on Deadpool issue number 22 that it was the start of a new story also. So I don't know. Also, I guess Deadpool books are starting to get like a Merc for with a mouth little certification sort of sticker looking thing there on the covers of them. So cool. Also, sorry for the cut there. I don't know what happened. My phone just literally exited out of my camera mode and just like, I don't know, it just kind of crashed. So cool. But yeah, I have the last three books, like I was saying before, are Deadpool books. So I was showing off 21. I have 22, and of course, I was saying how I could not find 20 at my comic shop, and somebody like might have taken my copy or something because that tends to happen sometimes where people take books that are supposed to go in a pull list and stuff. And then Deadpool issue number 23 is the last book that I have in my reading bag right now to read. So I don't know how many books or how many of these books, these 6 books, I'm gonna get to read. I'm sorry for a second cut in this video, guys. My phone's acting up. It got overheated, and my phone doesn't let me record when my phone is overheated, so I had to let it cool down a bit. So yeah, I don't know how all that works, but I guess that's why. I don't know if that's why I got cut off the first time too, but I know that's why I got cut off the second time. But like I was saying, I don't know how many of these 6 books, if any, I'm going to get to read from which are my next 6 comics from my stack of 47 comics that I got for Christmas. But I imagine I'll probably go through these quicker than I go through these books just because they're newer and I've been waiting to read them for a long time now. Or at least maybe I'll try to finish up a lot of these to get them out of the way. But I imagine I'll start going through my new comics pretty quickly soon. So yeah. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna end this episode here so I can stop from all the technical difficulties. There being any more technical difficulties. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe, comment, even share if you would like to. And anyway, guys, I'll see you all in my next video. And peace out.